What's up guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Today we are staying on the theme of wedding photography and I'm going to be going through 5 things that I do before every single wedding that I shoot. So, you are just a few weeks away from shooting your first wedding. How do you go about planning and organising and make sure you have everything ready to go for the big event? All of my planning starts to take place around 6 weeks before the wedding. I normally message my couples and say, hey, do you guys want to meet up, go to the venue and sort things out and get all the fine details out of the way. So when I meet the couple, I actually have 5 things that I go through every single time to make sure that I have everything in hand ready for the day. So the first thing I discuss is the itinerary. What time are they gonna be in what place? What time are the bride and groom gonna be starting to get ready? What time will the bride and groom be turning up at the venues? I want to know what time the ceremony starts. What time is it due to finish? How much time have I got between the ceremony and the wedding breakfast to take all the photos that I need? What time does the wedding breakfast start? What time is the speeches? What time is the first dance? The cake cutting? What time is people going? What time do people want me there until? Obviously on a wedding day things can change and you have to be able to adapt to everything what's happening, but I like to get everything typed up or written down or somewhere so I can keep it in my pocket and I know exactly where I need to be at what time so I don't miss the crucial moments. The second thing I like to discuss is the wedding ceremony and venue locations. Most of the time these two places are in the same venue, the same place, but sometimes you may be doing a church wedding and then be going to another venue for the reception, and I like to make sure I know exactly where they are. Most of the time I'll meet up with them at either one or both locations before the wedding, just to go through what they exactly want. At that point we'll also walk around the venue making sure that we've got a place to do all the photos, so the group shots, the formal shots, the couple, exactly where they're coming in, just so I can visually see it and I'm not thinking on the day, oh no, like where are we going to do them photos? Now obviously, just like the itinerary, things can change in where you're going to be doing the photos. It may rain. If it rains, you may not be able to go outside. For instance, I had a wedding a few weeks ago and the wedding ceremony was meant to take place in this room and it didn't, it took place in this room. And a part of me was kind of like, oh dear, what are we gonna do? But you just adapt. But if you have an idea of what's going to happen on the day, don't worry about it. As long as you know something, it's better than knowing nothing. So I always ask, I always like to have it visually in this head. The third thing I discuss is a shots list with the couple, and I have a generic shots list on my laptop which I change from wedding to wedding. If I'm not doing the photos before the wedding of the bride and groom or the couple getting ready, then obviously I take that out because that's not needed. And if there's certain parts of the wedding day which needs to be added in, then I just type it up. The one thing I get right here is the group photos. Obviously you're gonna want photos of the bride and groom. They may want photos with their families, so you want the bride and groom's mum and dad. Then you may want it with their kids, friends, or then you want the groomsmen, the bridesmaids. There's so many options what you can do. The one tip I will give is when you're getting this information from the couple, make sure you get the exact names of these people. If they're wanting a photo with Uncle John and Jane, then you want to know that their names is John and Jane, not just Uncle and Auntie. Because when you're there and you haven't got much time and you're shouting, can I have that Auntie and Uncle? No one listens, no one cares, everyone's having drinks, and you want to be able to just put your hand up and shout and say, can I have John and Jane for a photo please? Because then people will listen, like, oh, that's me, I need to go have a photo. Trust me, it works. Just listen to me, please. It will save you so much headache. And not only that, another tip I'll give you is find the best man. Give him a copy of the list because he'll probably know who some of these people are and help you organize it. Make him feel important. So just say, here you go mate, any chance you could help me with this? And guaranteed they will say yes. I've only had one wedding where they turned around and said no. So they probably knew what they were letting themselves in for. Who can fault them? Talking a wedding photo shot list and stuff, I'm now selling a copy of my shots list which I use for every wedding. Obviously you've got to add the group photos into it, but everything is there. Other than that, I'll leave a link down in the description box below for you to get over there and get that if you wish. Now I deliver all of my photos and video in a wooden keepsake box, which is engraved with a couple's names or whatever information that they will want to be on it. Now I offer 3 different kinds of boxes, which is available all on Etsy. You know, it's nothing special, anybody can do this, but I like to give my couples a choice of what they want. So I have a little brochure which I've put together, and I sit there, get all the details from them, and let them choose exactly what they want. At the end of the day, it's their wedding day, let them choose. As soon as they've chose, I come home, I get that ordered, and fingers crossed it's here just before the wedding. But at the moment I'm having a little bit of a backlog because everyone's ordering from the same place. And the final thing I go over with the couples, and I hate bringing this up because it's the most awkward part, but it's the reason I do this, and that's the money. In my wedding contract, it does state that 50% of the payment is to be made for the deposit, and the final 50% is to be paid up to 2 weeks before the wedding date. So at this point, I mention this to them. It's nothing that they don't know about already, but I just remind them of this and say, just to let you know, you're going to be receiving an invoice in the next few hours with all this information. Are you okay to make sure that gets sorted? And a lot of the time, they pay within the same day. So they expect to be paying you anyway, so it's nothing to be worried about. I just feel always a little bit awkward discussing money with anybody, to be fair. It's just awkward. And that's pretty much all the information I need to be able to go and do a wedding. That's everything covered. And whilst I'm at the venue, I may have a camera with me, and I might take a few test photos, like what lens works best in what area. But a lot of the time I use the same kind of lenses, and I've just done a series of videos with all of that on there. And that's it for me today. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these wedding videos over the coming months, so make sure you stick around for all of that. And I will see you in the next one. Laters.